What's up, people? It's your boy Leighton J here, back with another episode. Real talk, keeping up with the Joneses. First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody that has liked, commented, subscribed, tuned in, shared on social media, here on YouTube, did all of the things. I'm very grateful for it. Today, we're going to talk about live sound problems you only learn through experience. Number one, feedback. Turn everything down. You're most likely experiencing feedback because the speakers are too loud. That's the number one thing. The speakers are too loud and the sound that goes into the microphone is bouncing off the speaker and it's bouncing to the wall and it's bouncing over there and it's bouncing over here and it bounces right back into the microphone and it keeps going and it keeps going. That's feedback. One of the biggest ways you can start to treat that is by turning things down. Turn down your speaker, turn your gain down. Not your volume, turn your gain down first. Then you can worry about your volume. I remember there was a setup that we did. Lots of sound, lots of speakers. And when we got done setting everything up, we turned everything on, we noticed there's a lot of feedback. Somebody turned the mic on, there was a lot of feedback. There's a lot of stage volume. There's a lot of signal everywhere. Lesson learned, turn it down. Just turn it down. Also remember, when you touch the EQ on your mixer, whatever mixer you have, whether it's a digital one, old school analog one, every control on the EQ is just volume targeted to a frequency. So you got your high, you got your mids, and you got your lows. If there's too much of any one frequency, you are guaranteed to get feedback. Next problem, stay calm. Now me, I pray to God before every gig that I do, every set, every live sound, whatever it is, I'm praying. Whatever you got to do, calm down. I'm not saying you got to have nerves of steel, but you got to be able to concentrate and zero in on the issue. I had a gig recently where a microphone, much like this one, that was being heard through the speakers, gave a lot of feedback, a lot of issue. So my approach was EQ it out, EQ out all the issues. That took some time, and I really had to concentrate on what I was doing. I really didn't have time to guess and figure out and say maybe. I had to say to myself, what could be the issue here? Okay, I'm gonna go with EQing, and I'm going to turn down the volume as I go along. And of course, every distraction imaginable presented itself. People are gonna come and ask about, hey, what's going on? Do you know that the sound is bad? Yes, I'm aware and I'm working on it. My head was down, staring at the screen, making sure my ears and my eyes were locked in, trying to solve the problem, trying to get to a point where there's no more feedback. And guess what? It worked. I just had to have a little bit of patience. I had to concentrate. And here's a big thing that helped me. I had to remember what I learned. I've learned over the years what sounds good and what doesn't. So it made sense to stay away from what doesn't sound good. I know in feedback situations, you probably want to turn the highs down. You don't want to turn them up. In feedback situations, you probably want to pull back on the mids, but not so much that it makes whatever you're EQing sound lifeless. Can't pull the life out of it. Can't do that. So you got to keep going. I had to remember what I learned. I've been through this before. Let me go to what I know works, make that sound good, and then work on the next thing. Next, no sound. Situation where we set up all these speakers, all this equipment, and then we turned it on, couldn't hear anything. Why is there no sound? I had to get really good at following the signal path. Check the cable, make sure everything is plugged in. Is this plugged into that? Is that plugged into that? Are you sure? 9 times out of 10 is something that you overlooked. It's something that you just wouldn't think about. Make sure everything is plugged in. Make sure everything is turned down. Make sure your cables are good. Make sure that they work when you plug them in. For me, before every gig, I inspect my cables. I try to make sure that I know what I'm working with before I get there. This way, I can't say that, oh my God, I get to the venue and I don't know what's going on. Negative. When your speakers do come on, make sure that they're not distorted. Make sure it's not too loud. Make sure there's not too many highs, there's not too many lows, not too many mids. It needs to be a balanced signal. Next, poor mix quality. Now this one really comes through experience. Balancing vocals with instruments is an art. It's something that you learn over time. It's easy to get frustrated, but again, you have to give it time. For me, I use a combination of live sound experience by knowing when a vocal is too loud in different kinds of rooms. You have big rooms, you got small rooms. In a small room, a loud vocal doesn't sound the same as it does in a big room. So you got to know the difference. And then when you have many vocals, background vocals, more than one lead vocal, you got to know how to balance it. Got to know when to make space. You got to know when to use effects and when not to use effects. Big one I always focus on, what does the room need? This is also why sound check is important. You want to test the sound before everything gets started to make sure that you have a sense of what you're working with. Usually with most sound checks, I know what the voices sound like. I know what each instrument sounds like. I know the tones of things, and I start to mentally formulate what the mix is going to sound like while I'm setting levels during sound check. Very, very important. Overall, I had to remember this is going to be an experience for whoever comes in the room or whoever hears it if it's a studio situation, and I'm in control of what they hear. So I always think to myself, are their ears going to be offended by what they hear, or is it going to draw them in? That's very, very important. So you always want to make sure that you check in with the organizer, whoever is running the event. That is key. Most live sound problems, you literally only learn through experience, but also most live sound problems you conquer through experience. It's your boy Leighton J. I'll see you next time. Keeping up with the Joneses. Like, comment, subscribe.